Everyone, how are y'all doing? Hey everyone, how are y'all doing? Greetings, 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 family. How are you all? It is so good to be here with you all and be in God's presence. So, as I stated before, that I wanted to do this to give us an opportunity to see exactly where we are and how we're going to get everything started. So I would just like to say greetings to everyone and welcome. So with further ado, and how we're going to get everything started. Yeah, with further ado, I'd just like to say to everyone, hi. Jumbo to my Maasai family, Hakuna Matata. Habari Yako to my family in Kenya, and to Europe and the Netherlands. How are you? And as well as my family here in the USA and also my Facebook family. Let's just jump right into it. My topic today was why men don't go to church. And the next section to that was, and why women do. The reason why my brothers did not attend church is very, very simple. Because in the garden, when Adam was in the garden, he did not have to pray. He didn't have to sing. He didn't have to dance. He didn't have to shout. You know why he didn't have to do that? Because he had the presence of God. If you have the presence of God in your life, on your life, when you were in the garden, then you had everything you needed. This is before Eve ever came. But before Eve could connect with Adam, God gave Adam his presence. And if a man has the presence of God, that's all he needs. So, let's move forward from that. I want to be brief. Now that Adam has the presence of God, what is his responsibility? His responsibility is to name the animals and till the soil. So that brings us to the second question. The second question is, now the answer is God gave Adam a job. Now, when Adam, because they have girls, so I have to explain this the correct way. When Adam has the presence of God, he knows that he can do no wrong. He knows that he's attached to the Word. And greetings to everyone who's joining us. He knows that he has the Word of God. And God was the Word. God spoke to him in the cool of the day. And so he had God's presence. And if you have God's presence as a man, that's what you need. And I'm going to keep hammering that. And I'm going somewhere with that. So, now that Adam has God's presence and he has a job, now he's able to, now God can use him. God can bring him. He gave him a job. Now he can bring on company. Hey family, how are y'all doing? Now he can bring in company. And so now he put him to sleep, took the rib out, laid it with flesh, and now Eve is in the garden. Now, when he brought Eve to Adam, he brought Eve as a helper, not to do the work for Adam. In other words, not for, and I'm not talking about nobody, but I don't want to miss anybody either, not to sit on the couch and eat up the kids' cereal while Eve goes to work, but he's able now to have a helper so the burden won't be as hard. Somehow today in our modern time, yes, it is sometimes a two-person family household that two people have to work. I understand that. And sometimes it's a single parent household where our sisters are having to work and she's single, or sometimes it's even the man is single. But I get that. But what I'm saying is, in this modern day time, a lot of times it takes two people. But as Eve is the helper, this is what God gave Eve to bring to the table. She's sharp. She's intelligent. she's intuitive, and she has wisdom. Now that's if Adam is paying attention. Adam, are you paying attention to the Eve that God has blessed you with? And so, me being a hard-headed Adam, before myself, I'm just telling you what I know, okay? So, but this is where God has brought myself and brought my family, because I know what it's like to struggle, but I also know what it's like to be in God's presence. And that's what I'm trying to stress to my brothers right now. So now that we have the Eve of that day and we have the Adam of that day, now let's discuss the Adam we have of today. You're joining me because you say, okay, you know men don't go to church, but you also know that women do. But here's the problem. Women, I address the men, now I'm addressing you. Yes, you can go to church and you can leave him at home watching the game because that's where he wants to be. That's where he's happy. Yes, it is important for you, ladies, and sometimes men as well, but sometimes ladies, it is important for you to pray for your man. It is important for you to pray for your household, but you also must get him to be an intricate part of that because he's to be the priest of the home. He's to be the pastor of the home. So you can't be what we call a keister. You can't be a keister. You can't go to church on Easter and Christmas. Sir, it don't work like that. And I'm not mashing nobody's toes, or I'm not trying to, where people unfriend me. It really doesn't matter because you know what? I have a friend. I have a creator. But if you are really my family, then you'll hear what I'm saying to you. You know, I love you guys, man. I love my brothers. But I want my brothers to be a part of their family. It is so important because in the weeks to come, in the months to come, I'm going to be coming to you on each Thursday, and sometimes I'll be traveling, and I just want you to be a part of what we're doing. It's good to be a member of the church, meaning the building, but you need to be a member of the church of Christ, okay? Whatever you believe in, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm trying to speak to your heart, men. But women, I was on you. Okay, now I'm back. This is what I need you ladies to understand. If God formed Adam in his presence, the reason why men do not go to church, and I'm not trying to talk about nobody, but I want you to hear me. The reason why women, you find a man and you want to bring him to church, but yet he doesn't want to go. The reason why he doesn't want to go, because he has to be in the presence of God. It's hard to find a man, bring him to church, or drag him to church. Then when he gets there, he's not happy because he wants to do other things. You have to be him. He has to be in the presence of God. Stop meeting men that's not in the presence of God, and you go to try to make him what you want him to be. Okay? A man is working through something. I'm not saying go to church and find a man. But what I am saying to you is there are questions you need to ask that man before you even get to that point. There's 4 major questions. And if you can't ask him these questions, he's not worthy of your time. He's not worthy of your day. Here we go. Question number 1. Do you love being in the presence of God? If he says to you, sometimes, then that's a check mark. You need to X that brother out quick. Because you should always, as a man, you should always want to be in the presence of God. Presence of leadership. You have to be in the presence of God. Question 2, ladies. This is all about you. Question 2, ladies. This is why your man ain't coming. 1 was, he's not in the presence of God. If he can't answer that question. Number 2, are you or do you have a job? See, there's things that God put in a man that a man is supposed to do as a provider. And as we stated, the days of modern day time, that it is important for the man, to A, be in the presence of God and have a job. Question number 3 is very important. Don't get with a man that does not have a vision of where he's going in the future. If he doesn't have a vision, Okay, what good? What are you with him for? You need someone that's going to not just take care of the responsibilities of the day-to-day living. He has to have a vision of what you're going to be doing tomorrow, next week, next year, next 5, next 10 years. Okay? Question number 4. Another important question. Question number 4. Can you improve me? Sir, it's not the fact that you are buying her attention or you are doing anything. Now listen to me. He's doing a whole lot to get you. But after you've said yes, after you have committed to him, after you, I'm going to say it, after you slept with him, where is he in your life? Where is the commitment? You need to find commitment, serious commitment in your life. Jordan Root, you need to find serious commitment in your life. You need somebody that's going to be committed to you now and in your future. The question is, as we normally state, I love asking my brothers that I counsel. I mean, you are a cultivator. You're going to go in the garden. You're going to cultivate it as you do in your modern day life. You're going to cultivate your family. You're going to cultivate your wife. Your children are going to be able to speak to you about problems and not leave the room, not run out because they're afraid of what you may say or may do. Okay? It's important. But at the same time, why is Eve, the modern day Eve, crying? If you're in the presence of God, man, you will not hit your wife. You will not beat your wife. You will not slap your wife. Yeah, there are times when you have those arguments, but those are makeup arguments where you two can now, hang out and talk through the differences. I had to learn that if my Eve raises her voice to me or says something to me that I don't like, guess what you're supposed to do, man? Sometimes, even if, and women are very rarely wrong, I'm married, so I'm have to say that. This is what you have to do. Sometimes you just have to sit there and let her talk. She wants to vent. Let her speak to you. And then, after it's all said and done, then you can go to her in peace. I know it's hard because I had to learn it. Go to her in peace. And now you can have a civil discussion. Because I used to be that loud guy. I didn't know how to come across, even as a father. Your children, your young ladies, if I'm a man and I've got daughters, my daughters, I'm supposed to be the first guy they fall in love with. I am supposed to be the first guy they fall in love with. And see, the thing is that when your daughters look up to you, guys, and I've done daddy-daughter dances and I sponsored a lot of different things, but when your daughters can look at you, you got to be careful, guys, what you wear, what you say, how you present yourself, because your daughter is going to find a man just like her daddy. Understand that. And women, your sons are going to look for a woman just like their mothers. So it's very important and very imperative that we come and we do it the right way. Okay? So I just wanted to leave that with you, but I will give you that one more time. I just want to leave you with those 4 questions. Number 1, ladies and men, if you're listening. Number 1, ladies, do you have the presence of God? Number 2, are you or do you have a job? Number 3, do you have a vision for your life? Number 4, can you improve me? Guys, if you can't answer those questions, don't waste your time. Ladies, if he cannot give you 4 out of 4, don't waste your time. Okay? The next topic that I come back to you with, we're going to have a discussion on why we cannot reach our youth. Okay? I love you all. God bless you all. And from the west, where I am, all the way to the east, to Africa, the UK, the Netherlands, God bless you. And God keep you. Thank you. Bye-bye. In the corner, right hand.